What's up, guys? Welcome back. And today I'm bringing some card battles. I know that at least some of you guys don't like card battles as much, so I'm also going to be uploading at least one other video today. I am trying to grind and help the clan get chest 8 today, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Plus, I have absolutely terrible internet, as I complain about almost in every video. Or at least that's what it seems like. But yeah, so gonna be doing a double or triple upload for 100 subscribers, kind of, and just because I've been neglecting uploads and whatnot. Yeah, so like I said before, right, and you can probably see, I hit 100 subs, so I don't really know what to do for that. For like 500 subs, I think I'm going to maybe get top 3 or something like that. Stupid. It's been I don't know, 80 hours in a week playing this game. Something ridiculous like that. So, we'll see. But yeah, I'm playing Marwen here. Obviously a really, really good player. He starts with attack shooter, which is what I try to start with whenever I can. I think it was maybe just a little bit, I didn't see it right away, so I just decided to start with the Dart Monkey, which just means my defense is going to be a little bit more expensive. And so, I mean, it's going to defend about the same, but it's going to be probably about twice as expensive, which just means that I'm not going to be able to send eco as well, or get up my plantation as quickly, or anything like that. I don't know why I was thinking about kidnapping there. Well, I didn't think about it very long, but yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. I took off a couple lives there. That's pretty good, actually. I definitely like going with a little bit of blue eco at the beginning, then getting a plantation up. Because eco is obviously the best, the earliest you can get it. So, if you can get up 350 eco on round 1, then you're going to get that every 6 seconds for the rest of the game. Versus if you get 350 eco on round 10, you're only going to get it every 6 seconds until the end of the game from round 10. So that's why I like to go with a little bit of eco right off the bat, and then go for a plantation, which kind of allows me to get money, but also not over eco, and also kind of gives me some just money to play with in case I need to defend, or if I want to do a stupid rush. Or a good rush even. I can sell it and do that. So I'm gonna go with one of my favorite rushes here. Not exactly sure why I thought it was gonna work. Went with that. Gets up the lightning wizard, pops those leads. He boosts. So when he boosts, I decide to kidnap. I do get him to sell and use Super Monkey Fan Club, which is good. But it was an extremely expensive rush, and just a little bit too expensive, so I couldn't get up the boat in time. So he's going to go get those couple past me, and that's going to be more than enough to take me out. Looking back on it, if I had been thinking about it for a couple seconds, then I might have been able to get up, just get up the reactor, take out some of those layers, get down the Juggernaut, and then boost, and then use the Jugger launch, but I don't know. Anyway, you see he has 1 and 2, 1 win, 2 losses, and at the beginning of the video he had 1 and 1, so I don't know why. I don't think the game would have counted that last one as a loss, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there. A little bit weird. That's why I included that initial clip at the beginning. Just kind of see that. It is a little bit weird. So here I'm just kind of trying to get that attack shooter up. He's already gotten his, so I'm gonna just go for that instead, because I wasn't getting it until right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. It's gonna allow me to defend blues, just to concentrate on blues. So that should be good for a while here. I really like the Apprentice. Obviously, the wizard isn't that great of a tower, but in card battles, it's actually pretty decent. You can see he used the lightning wizard pretty effectively early on. Does a good job with leads and mass balloons. And then the apprentice also does a great job. It's extremely inexpensive lead popping power, and it pops a fair amount of balloons too. Coupled with the attack spray, it does a really good job, I would say. So, kind of just sitting around right now, deciding exactly how I want to play this game here. Last game, I went a little bit too aggressive. I tend to be very aggressive in general. I attack people a lot, and that's in personal life, not in the game. Just kidding. But I do tend to be really aggressive. I go with a lot of eco, like in normal battles. You can see he made a mistake there that cost him a couple $100. But it's fine. I don't think that'll really affect him too much. But in card battles, I tend to be even more aggressive, selling towers and like selling my defenses and all sorts of stuff to do rushes. And a lot of maps that works well. Vortex is not necessarily one of those maps. And Marwen is obviously a really good player, so that's not necessarily going to be great against him either. So I should have probably adjusted my playing a little bit to kind of allow me to play better or do better in the second game, but I don't think I really adjusted that much. I kind of just played similarly, which was kind of a mistake by me. So you can see there, got a bunch of yellow rush there. Think about kidnapping, and it could have been good early on, because he did boost. If I would have been able to kidnap right away, he would have had to get something else down, and whatever else he would have gotten down would not have had the boost, so that would have been able to take out quite a few lives. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same rush again, just because I'm that smart. So he gets down the wizard. I don't know why I did this, but shaking his head at me rightfully. That was just an absolutely stupid thing to do. Gets that down and defends it so incredibly easily. But at least I have a little bit more money right now. So I'm going to get down the Juggernaut, and also attack shooter. I boost right here just because I don't want to be sitting on like 10-15 lives, and also I'm pretty confident I'll be able to defend. I've got that reactor in my hand, so if I need to, I'll put that down. And I do have 2 boosts left even after using that boost, so that stuff kind of just went through my head, and I decided to just go ahead and use it. So remember what I was saying about selling towers, selling my critical defenses, and rushing people. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. And basically this is an all-in rush. I've got a little bit of defense, but not really. So he's got to sell the last of his defenses. He uses that boosts, uses the ability, but Flash Bomb Ninja is really not going to do that much against regen leads. He kind of as a last-ditch effort, he puts up the plasma shooter, and you can see there he actually has 2 wins and 2 losses. So that gave him a win, it seems. I don't know, there's something weird about that, but it's probably just how the system assigns wins and losses late or something. I don't know. So going against this guy here, Rook. He's a pretty good player as well. So I'm going to actually get up the attack shooter for the first time here. He's going to go with the apprentice. Yeah. So there has been a fair amount of drama. If you're not in the Clan USA, and you probably haven't heard too much about it, which is definitely a good thing. But we've had a couple hackers, and I don't know. People tend to really like to just kind of say those people are terrible people, and I don't know. In general, I obviously really dislike when people hack, but it's not, I mean, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. So I just don't like the kind of the name calling that kind of comes out of it, and I don't know. I think that's kind of just a mistake on everyone's part, but you know, that's just my personal opinion. So go ahead and keep on name calling if you really want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and get up a plantation. Oh yeah, and why I said that was, I don't know. A lot of the people that are hacking are younger kids, and so calling them names, saying that they're terrible people, is not useful, since they're obviously not. They're kids, and they're just having fun, and whether that's in a completely kind of ethical way, so what? They're making a little bit less fun for us, but okay, that's kind of something that's gonna happen. So I don't know. Just in my opinion, it's not terribly helpful to call names, or call people names. So anyway, enough of that kind of little tangent there. Right now, we're kind of getting into the thick of it here. Round 9 is kind of where it starts to heat up for card battles, obviously with my favorite and overused at this point, kind of lead and pink rush, which I'm obviously thinking about doing again here because I do it all the time. But he does have a pretty strong defense here. So, yeah, probably not the greatest idea to go for it. Since he does have 2 lead popping power, as well as a pretty good amount of overall popping power. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rush him. I'm going to kidnap that, which is definitely the best thing to kidnap. Best thing he could have put down for me to kidnap. You can see there he uses the Juggle Launch, takes out just about everything. So that rush honestly turned out better than it should have for me. Got him to waste $1,000, and yeah, so I guess I can't complain about how that turned out. Here, sending a nice little zebra rush. Gonna take off some lives here. Because the Lightning Wizard does definitely struggle against zebras or rainbows or anything like that. So you can see right there, he sold one of his wizards. So I was a little bit worried about some sort of rush. But I'm not going to really, I'm going to, as always, going to kind of tend towards being offensive and sending cards. So I got that kidnap right back in my hand, so I'm just going to kidnap that Lightning Wizard right away. I tend to like to let them get off one shot, and so that all those regen, but that's not necessarily the greatest idea against the plasma shooter, because it's usually able to take them out. So it was not a great rush. That's kind of the theme that you're getting out of these videos, or this video right here, these games here. In general, I would say a lot of the really early game rushes are not very effective on Vortex. And that's not really that new of news. It's just kind of, yeah, duh. Why'd you do that? So maybe don't make the same mistakes that I was making here, kind of sending pointless rushes. Nice thing about that lead rush is that it's lead pink rush is that it's fairly good eco anyway. Obviously, some of the bigger cards like that pink rush there is not as good of eco as some of the smaller cards, not percentage wise. but that's okay. At least it's still good eco. However, the camo lead rush is definitely not good eco. So, could have played it better, but it's working out well. I'm up on farms and definitely up on eco right now. And he doesn't have that terribly strong of a defense. I'm assuming he's sitting on quite a bit of money right now. And I would not have been surprised if he had gone with a Arctic Wind Rush against me with a bunch of fast cooldown Moabs right here, right at the beginning of the round, but he did not. But you do see I've got that ground 0 there, which is really nice for taking out that rush. That's basically the sole reason that I have it in there. I mean, obviously it's a good card all around for late game, but really that's the main rush that I'm using to defend it, because that is a really good rush. Round 19 fast cooldown. I mean, I don't know how many it is. It's probably 7 or 8, I would guess. And so that can do quite a bit of damage. See, I kidnapped his wizard there a little bit early. I forgot that I had a couple cards in the queue already. So it's not going to do as much. It's not going to be quite as much of a surprise attack. I'm going to go ahead and send those regrow as well. And it looks like he's either not paying very close attention or he's struggling. And it actually turns out that he is just waiting to use the Draco Launch. So I kidnap his plasma shooter there, and it doesn't really do that much. He's able to just take him out anyway by putting down another plasma shooter. So here comes that rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's 10. So I'm going to go ahead and just plop that down, take that rush out, and that is fairly satisfying to take out a $7,500 rush, I think, just by putting that down. Plus he loses a little bit of eco. Not too much, I don't think. So I'm a little bit worried about these ceramics here, obviously, but they're able to take it out there. And I go ahead and pop up the ability for the Super Monkey Fan Club, even though I've got only one down right now. I was just a little bit worried about all those naturals coming through, so I decided to use that. So you can see here, he's sending this again, and luckily I have it back in my hand, and I'm able to go ahead and do the exact same thing. So I'm going to shake my head at him. I think he was kind of a little bit desperate there, hoping that I didn't get it back in my hand, but I did, so got maybe a little bit lucky there. But if I hadn't gotten it, I would have just discarded a couple cards and gone around to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the reactor up. I didn't actually use the reactor very much this game, except for that first game where I just put it down just to try to help take care of that rush, and it just didn't really do that much. But a pretty decently timed kidnap there manages to help out, help the naturals take him out. So a good game there, couple fun games, and yeah, I'll be back with a second video hopefully later. I'll have to see how fast I can upload these, but I'm going to be trying to get these couple videos uploaded today. So thanks for watching, and I hope you come back and check out some other videos.